Okay, so I'm here to talk about a book. The book I want to talk about is let me make sure it's clean. The book I want to talk about is called Love Buzz, and it's by, I don't want to mispronounce her name, by Neely Tubati Alec. Let me look. I'm trying to pull up my Google Docs. Alexander. Okay. So I'm still in the middle of reading this book. I need to see what percent I'm on my Kindle. Let's see, 70%. So I'm almost done, but I have some notes and I just want to discuss it with you guys because I feel like that's so fun. And that's just the type of person I am. I like to discuss books I read. And I don't have nobody to talk to about it. So let's see. I made some notes. And then I also put some notes on my Google Docs. So I'm going to read off some of my notes. This is not spoiler free. So if you don't like spoilers, do not keep listening. If you don't like spoilers, do not keep listening. I'm going to say it twice. Okay, so this is just my thoughts on the book so far. So I said, honestly, this book has motivated me. Not for love, but just for figuring things out. The main character, Serena, is fearless and courageous in her vulnerability. I really absolutely love how relatable Serena felt because I also feel like I want a purpose-based job. That's been on my heart heavily lately, so I feel like I'm reading this book at the same time as I'm going through it. That's how I choose books. I usually read the first sentence or paragraph and see how that resonates with me. This book resonated with me because I'm in an era of my life where I want to read about women who are my age or older. And I said I would still pick up a book that's in high school era, but I want to see and read about more people like me. And I still resonate with what I wrote deeply because I wrote this last night. And honestly, I just love reading about women that are my age or older. I'm 26. And just her direction of how she's changing her job, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to do more purpose and passion-based jobs. And so I love that. And these are my talking points. It says, her fixation on her love at first sight encounter is something that I also resonate with because I felt strong feelings for someone the first time I saw them, and I hadn't even met them in person like she did. The way that a random encounter jolted her into finding her passion, it became not even about her exploring love for me because for the majority of the book, she's also focused on the article that she's supposed to be interviewing for about her life at 30. It got me thinking about what my life would be summed up as. And that's a deep question because I'm like, I haven't even accomplished half of what I want to accomplish. So when she had these big accomplishments and she was like, what am I going to say? I'm like, girl, you got more to say than me. Even though she's a character, but still. So I said seems to be more action and dialogue based than long descriptions, which I prefer because it's moving along as fast as Serena's life. I feel like it's a realistic approach to how time passes when you have your head down working, which is what Serena's doing. Which is true because she's like doing this online business for the boutique that she's working at. Absolutely amazing. I love that dynamic. It's so beautiful. And the supporting characters. I love Clarence. I love his meet cute with his man, and it made me want to have my own little meet cute. I definitely want a cop now. I love her. Serena was realistic about how Clarence's love hurt and made her feel, and I've definitely felt that way for others. Even though I was very happy for them, I still felt a bit hopeless about my own love life, and that's so true. I love seeing couples get together. I'd be on TikTok, I'll be browsing. I love watching shows like The Bachelorette, Love is Blind, and it just always gets me thinking like, yes, I'm very happy for them, but it hurts me deeply because I'm like, when is it gonna happen for me? And yeah. Now we're going to get into the notes that I made for the book while I was reading before work today. So this was all from chapter 29. The notes that I made. So she was talking about how she didn't really miss Danny. I'm trying to go back and read the first. Where to go? Okay, so she said, the truth is I haven't missed Danny. It's jarring how little he's been on my mind, except to realize that in the second go of it with us, the magic was all but gone, replaced by pure practicality. I don't think, And then I said, the idea that just because, look at how I wrote this, like, the misspelling. But I said, the idea that just because something isn't perfect doesn't mean that it's good for you is what scares me most about being in a relationship. Is mundane bad? Is that something to be worried about? I'm struggling reading my own stuff. I've heard stories of married couples getting divorces mainly on the woman's part because she thought that the passion was missing, amongst other things. Let me put the light back on. And that's so true. I have felt that. And then the next note that I made was when she said, this is still in chapter 29. She said, the one I felt when Julian spoke my name. So she was trying to see if the guy that she was on a date with was, gave her the same feeling as the guy that she had love at first sight with. And she said, as much as I will it along, it doesn't come. Pete has lost a competition he doesn't even know he's in. And she said, I'm growing annoyed with Julian and his relentless takeover of my thoughts. I wrote, I've done this too, and I'm really starting to wonder if things with her and Julian will even pan out to be anything, or if she's just living in this hopeless romantic fantasy associating him with her awakening, and that she's working with this awakening that she's working really hard for herself. And I read that recently, and it was like, sometimes if you meet someone at a certain point of your life and then something good happens, or it was on a podcast I was listening to, then you start associating them with that thing and you think that that means you're meant to be together, you know?